Hey guys, thanks for scrolling down a little further. In this video, I'm going to go a little more in depth about the contracts we offer and the different types of extended service plans on the market today. The first one I'd like to discuss is called a mechanical breakdown insurance policy. I've never felt that these policies were good for the American consumer. They are insurance policies and they do pay out, but if you file a claim, they can raise your rates or they can cancel you. Also, filing a couple of claims in a 1-year period of time, they can actually negatively affect both your auto insurance and your homeowner's insurance policies. I've heard some real horror stories about dealing with MBIs. What we carry are extended service contracts, and there's two general types of extended service contracts. The first one is called exclusionary, and the next is called stated coverage. Exclusionary means that everything is covered except what is specifically excluded. Stated coverage is simply just a list of items that are covered, and that's all that is covered. With either one of these policies, you don't have to fear them raising your rates or canceling your policy for the period of time that the contract's agreed. They will pay out as many claims as necessary without negatively affecting you or your insurance profile. My career has been in the RV industry. I've had to collect from extended warranties, and I have had to sell extended warranties, and I have done a tremendous amount of research. And I've narrowed the policies that I deal with down to two options. One is open road and the other is extra ride. I want to go over extra ride with you first, then I'll go over open road with you. Okay, so on the screen you can see extra ride's contract. I want to touch a few key points here about what makes them different than other options and what makes them good for the American consumer. The first one here is going to be when coverage begins and ends. Coverage under this contract begins at 12:01 a.m. your local time. That means when you buy this policy, it starts immediately. When you roll it off of the showroom floor or wherever you're getting it from, you're covered. Scrolling down a little further here, we'll see highlighted that this contract will actually pay the MSRP of a part, and it will pay posted labor rates. This contract will even pay to refurbish a part. We all know that these companies go out of business all the time, so that's really some security. You know they're going to pay the max amount of whatever the place you're at charges per hour. They're going to pay the manufacturer's suggested retail price for parts, which is going to save you from any hidden expenses. And if the company that makes your part went out of business, they're able to pay to refurbish that part so that you can still get down the road in a timely manner. Scrolling down here a little further, I'd like to look at some other benefits that this policy has. While I'm scrolling here, I'd like to point out that Extra Ride does have the highest payout of trip interruption benefits than any other policy on the market today. That's $250 a day for food and lodging. They're going to pay for plane tickets, rental cars, to board your pet. All those expenses are included in this contract and listed in black and white. So even with something bad happening and you're displaced from your RV on a vacation, you don't have to ruin it. You know, you can still get a hotel room, you can still have a good time, and it's on Extra Ride. And now here highlighted, we'll see probably what's the most beneficial and important thing to me is that they have technical assistance line 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're going to connect you to an RVIA ASE Master Certified Technician. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That means anytime. 3 o'clock in the morning, the furnace doesn't work, you can call this guy. They will help you troubleshoot what's going on with your RV. That's a big deal. You know, I don't know how many times I've gotten to a site with an RV and the slide out won't come out, and I'm pushing the button and everything's in place, but nothing's happening. And these things are so complicatedly engineered that it could be something as simple as me flipping a switch or replacing a fuse, but I don't know where to look or where to start. So it is so helpful to be able to pick up the phone and call a master certified technician. This policy is fully transferable to another owner, or you can cancel it at any time. I will say though, if you are going to upgrade your RV or you want to right size, the best way to get a return, a maximum return on your investment is going to be to sell the RV on the open market. And you have a lot of competition out there. So you can level up with a dealership easily by having a full exclusionary policy on your RV to transfer with it. It's going to make your RV more valuable and make it less of a risk for someone who wants to buy from a private owner. They could save a little money and you could make a little more money than you would get for it on trade. Our other policy is Open Road. Open Road is administered by National Auto Care, who has been administering claims for almost 30 years. They have a lot of experience paying out claims and protecting customers, which is why we value it very much. The insurance company that backs it is Assurant. That's ASSURANT. Assurant's been in business for over 70 years. It's worth over $30 billion and is A-rated by AM Best. So it's a strong company that's going to be there when you need it. The first thing I noticed about this policy was that it has low deductibles. So with here, you can go $0 or $100 deductible with a motorhome, or you can go $0 or $50 deductible with a towable. This policy also pays posted labor rates and has great trip interruption benefits. Another thing I love about this policy is that it actually allows you to do service calls for no additional cost. So we all know that if you take your RV to a dealership, you could lose it for months and go waiting for them to fix it. But if you have it done on site, it's usually done in a day or two. So that's a great option about this Open Road policy. This policy also offers 24-hour technical assistance with a master tech. So that's another great thing about this policy as well. Another thing that I found extremely valuable about this policy is that it actually re-includes excluded parts if they're in conjunction with a covered repair. You can actually see that on number 13 in the exclusions. So it'll give a whole list of things: batteries, cables, brake pads, rotors, things like that. And then it emphasizes unless in connection with a covered part failure. That's extremely valuable. A good example of this in real life would be if you had a diesel pusher and you had 4 to 6 house batteries and the inverter blew and destroyed your batteries. Now, batteries are excluded generally in any extended service contract. However, since the inverter blew and destroyed the batteries, they would be covered. Now, if the batteries were to just go bad on their own, that wouldn't be covered. So that's one of the benefits to having it. You know, those batteries can be extremely expensive, about $150 a pop, 6 batteries. That's a lot of money. With this, you only have to pay $100. It'll get you a new inverter and a new battery. The best thing about the Open Road policy is that you can purchase it at any time. It doesn't matter if you just purchased the RV, if the RV is new, or if you have owned the RV for a while and want to get coverage on it now. This policy doesn't discriminate against those things, and they still offer full lengths of coverage and low deductibles for those situations. I've seen a lot of really good policies exclude post-sale or hinder it in a lot of different ways. That being said, Open Road's a wonderful choice for a lot of RVs. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. If you have any further questions, feel free to go ahead and request a quote form and schedule a time to speak with me. I look forward to hearing from you. Good luck, God bless, and happy camping.